perfect, IV, legendary and mythical Pokemon are really tough to get. But today I'm here to share with you guys my Hundo legendary and mythical Pokemon collection after playing this game for so many years. Alright, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it and you guys would enjoy it, right? So hi to all of you guys. So yes, let me go to bring my screen up and show you guys the first thing that I need to show you guys over here. And we're gonna go under here. The number of legendary raids I've done in total, 48,729. I would dare say though that before remote raids were out, I actually did more than 10,000 already. And then eventually when remote raids were available in the game during the pandemic, I actually did more and more and more. But I would dare say though, it was way more fun doing the first 10,000 raids than remoting for them. But I understand that a lot of people still prefer to remote because it's much more convenient. Alright, so each to his own. Anyway, let's go to check out my collection though. Let's go into my storage. Let's go ahead to type 4 star. These are all my Hundo Pokemon. I've already deleted quite a number of them, including some legendary and mythical ones. Alright, so we're going to type legendary. Right, we have a total of 172. And we're going to type mythical. I mean, that's assuming if I were to type comma and not and, because there's no such thing as legendary and mythical combined together as the same form. Alright, we've got 192 of them, but I do think that I think one or two of them are traded. So if we were to remove that, okay, one was traded, and I know which one is the traded one. It is the Dialga. Alright, and that is from Auntie Gladys. This was the Hundo Dialga that I got from Auntie Gladys. You guys can see Pepper Brownie 14. Yay, that's what the one and only one that was traded. Everything else was caught from the raid. And yep, I don't usually trade for legendaries, and in fact, yeah, I don't usually trade for luckies also. So anyway, if you guys do know the odds of getting a Hundo from a raid, whether it's a legendary or whether it's a tier 1 or tier 3, it's 1 in 216 chance to happen. But if you guys saw my number, 48,729, with the number that I have, 192, I mean assuming it's 192 and not 191, it's actually 1 in 254. Alright, it's actually 253.7, but 254. But let's say if it's out of 191, is actually 200 and about 50. Yep, about there. Great. So anyway, I'll show you guys the very first Hundo that I got, but it's the second legendary Pokemon that was ever introduced to the game. The first legendary that was introduced to the game was actually Lugia back in 2017 during the Go Fest 2017 that was held at Chicago Go Fest. And the second one that came technically at the same time, almost at the same time, like a few minutes later, was Articuno. So if we were to check out this particular Articuno over here, and I'll scroll down and show you guys the location, you guys can see Chicago, Illinois, United States. This was caught back on the 23rd of July 2017. This was when it was actually a 100% catch rate within a certain distance. I think it was 2 miles or 1 mile distance away from the park. Everything was green circle for you to catch. I have not even powered this one up to level 50 yet. Come to think of it, I've not powered up any Articunos up to level 50. Yeah, basically I've been powering up only the shadow ones, but I do have enough XL candy to power up, but no, we're not going to do it now. Saving my Stardust, alright, for the Sinnoh tour. So anyway, I do have 4 Hundo Articunos, but you guys can see clearly they are not as useful, hence why I did not power them up to level 50 at all, because there are better Ice type Pokemon out there like Shadow Mamoswine, etc. So eventually the next legendary Pokemon came after that, and I was back to Singapore already, and I think this was the one that I caught. No, this is not the one. Let me see. I'm still looking at the dates. Yep, you guys can see 2018. I did not get the Zapdos when it first came out, but then a year later I managed to get it. This is caught from Singapore. I was pretty happy to get this. Alright, everything over here is Hundo, guys. Alright, everything over here because we have type 4 star. And the amazing one was this. I actually got it from the research. I think there was one particular period that was in research, and yep, it shows the location unknown for some reason, but I caught this when I was in Singapore, guaranteed for sure, on the 17th of May 2018. And I was pretty happy to get this because it's a level 15 Zapdos, but it's a Hundo. Unfortunately, it's not eligible for the Great League, alright? So it goes up to, of course, there. Alright, not gonna power that up. So next one is gonna be my Moltres. So you guys can see out of the 3 legendary birds, the one that I favor the most is actually Moltres, and I do have a total of 8 Hundo Moltreses. Oh, by the way, if you guys are wondering, I actually did transfer a few legendary Hundos away. How many? I do not know. Don't ask me. I don't want to remember. So, yep, because I had to do some challenges for the video and I had to transfer them away. Alright, so I actually have a total of 8 Hundo Moltreses. And already power up 5 of them to level 40. You guys can see these are all level 40 Moltreses. I do use them a lot last time, alright, with wing attack, sky attack, wing attack, sky attack, wing attack, sky attack, nope. Alright, and then my Shundo, of course, my Shundo that I caught, and I already powered this one up to level 50. And I do have 2 more, but I'm not gonna power them up anymore because I do think that having 6 is good enough. Let me see though, I just want to check out the count though, how many have I already done. 961 rates for Articuno. As for Zapdos wise, 1176. As for Moltres, 1379. Yeah, clearly I favor Moltres more. Alright, so anyway, we're gonna check on the next one, and that's Mewtwo. A lot of people would think that I do have a lot of Hundo Mewtwo's, but the truth is I've just been very unlucky with it. Well, oh, I did not label this as S. Why? That's kind of weird. Alright. Anyway, yeah, you guys can see this was the one that I got from a remote raid. Alright, this was from a remote raid. And however, remember I did show on the video why it doesn't show the location as remotely caught. I explained it, that the GPS was cut off and then eventually the location doesn't show remotely caught. Don't believe me, check out my old video, okay, for those of you who are new to the channel. I did not spoof for that Mewtwo. Why would I, right? Spoof for a Hundo Mewtwo. Alright, so anyway, those are the Hundo Mewtwo's that I got. This was the first one that I got after doing a lot of raids. I think I did about 500 plus raids to get my first Hundo Mewtwo. Yep, I've done about 2,347 Mewtwo raids. Of course, the numbers will be different because I've traded for a few here and there. You guys can see I have 1 lucky Mewtwo and 1 purified one or so for the video too. Alright, so as for Armored Mewtwo, it's also combined together with the Pokédex, and it shows there. Come to think of it, why is Armored Mewtwo not showing here? It should show up as a different form, right? Yeah, weird. But anyway, there's 2 of my Hundo Armored Mewtwo's there. I actually had 2 more, but I traded them away. Alright, spent 1 million Stardust to trade them away, but I'm not trading any more away already because I want to keep these 2 Hundos that I have. And the first one I remember that I caught was from Australia. Next one also was from Australia. The other 2 were also from Australia. I'll tell you guys that. It was pretty insane. Alright, next one is going to be the Legendary Beast. I have a total of 6 Hundo Raikos. One of them is a Shundo over here that I have not maxed out yet. But I would love to max this one out. Not now, but maybe in the future. Hoping the Shadow Raikou will come in raid soon, and hopefully we can actually grind out the XL candy for that, and of course the Shadow form for that. It will be great. Alright, I powered up 5 to level 40 and beyond, but there's one more that over here, 1972, that I have not powered up at all yet, because I do think that I mean, there are better electric type Pokemon out there to use than Raikou, hence why I did not touch them anymore. Alright, next one is going to be Entei. Oh yeah, I didn't show you guys the count for Raikou. I did a crazy number of raids for Raikou to 1,566. As for Entei is 1,534. As for Suicune is 902 because that's the worst one out of the 3. Yep. Alright, so anyway, as for Entei, I have a total of 6 Hundo Enteis. Let me tell you guys a story about this particular Pokemon, the Hundo Entei. This was the only legendary ever that I encountered 2 Hundos back to back on the same day, one raid after the other. 1984. Alright, I did the first one and I tried catching it, it ran away. After that, the next raid later, I was like, okay, so I was in a car with Auntie Gladys and I said, hey, I got another Hundo 1984. And she was like, yeah, go for it, catch it. Both of them ran away. So I had a back-to-back legendary Hundo ran away from me. For those of you who feel heart pain having a Hundo legendary run away from you, well, I had 2 back-to-back run away from me instantaneously, but I told them, well, let's continue to raid. That's it. I didn't think about it, just continue to raid. So I only power up 3 because I power up the shadow ones. Alright, this one is already power up to level 40. I did not power any one up to level 50 because there are better fire type Pokemon out there like Reshiram and even Shadow Moltres, etc. And then as for Suicune, I have a total of 3 Hundos, one being the Shundo. Alright, this was remotely caught when I was on the phone with Princess, and then eventually when I was about to sleep, this appeared, and as I did the last remote raid, I told her, this is going to be the last remote raid, and I was like, what? A Hundo? Okay, great. So I did not power one of them up. As for Lugia's wise though, I have a total of 5 Hundos, and I'll tell you guys this though, the Hundo Lugia was pretty hard to get. It took me quite a while to get it. I'm trying to see which one is the first one. This one is this should be the one. And it took me quite a while to get it because, you know, Lugia, it's very hard to take down. At the point of time, me and my friends, we didn't have really super duper strong Pokemon to actually take down Lugia that quickly. And it took quite a while to do so many raids. Eventually some of my friends was able to get themselves the Hundo, and I was like one of the last one to get it. Alright, that's not the worst one, trust me. I'll tell you guys the worst one later on. Alright, as for Ho-Oh 2, I do remember encountering a Hundo Ho-Oh, I think back in 2017, and then it was CP2222, if you guys remember the old CP before it was revamped to 2207, alright, and it ran away. Yeah, I had 14 balls, excellent through everything. 14 balls or 12 balls, I can't remember. It should be 12 or 14 balls, definitely more than 10 balls. Excellent through, golden rest, everything, and it ran away. I was like, okay, here we go again. Anyway, I did a total of 1,294 Ho-Oh raids. As for Lugia, it definitely should be more. Lugia should be more at 1,748. For some reason, it keeps scrolling up. Oh yeah, this was the one that was remotely caught, right? Yep, and this was from the Go Fest 2021. Yeah, it shows energetic though. Interesting. Anyway, as for the Regis, I do have 2 Regirocks Hundo. One of them is ready to power up to level 50. Great. Used it in the Master League. Not good. Do not do that. Alright, these are the number of raids I've done for the Regis. Not so keen for it, but the Regi Ice was the worst for the shiny. Among all the legendaries to get myself the shiny, this was the one that I did on video. I did a total of 127 raids to get my first shiny Reg Ice. Alright, 127 is just insane. It's supposed to be 1 in 20 chance to get yourself the shiny, but I had to do 127. Great. The funniest thing was I told my friends in the car, I told Leo, I told Anne, I told Auntie Gladys, I said, alright, I will try and get myself the shiny for today. If we do not get ourselves the shiny, if I don't get myself the shiny, we are not having dinner at all. So it was about 5:30, we continued to grind. 6:30, we still didn't get the shiny. 7:30, still no shiny. About 8:30, and I told them we were supposed to have dinner at about 6:30 p.m. We had to raid till about 9 o'clock before we actually got myself the shiny. I told them, I'm not raiding anymore, let's go and eat. That was pretty insane. And the shops, the food shops, they all were closing already, and we had we still had food to eat, but could have been better. Anyway, as for Registeel, 914, because I wanted to try to get myself the XL candy for that to power it up to the Ultra League level. So I have a total of 4 Hundo Regi Ice, and then 4 Hundo Registeel. This one is ready to power up to level 50. Yep, they're all from 2018. Yep, clearly. As for Registeel though, interestingly enough, I'll show you guys where they are from. Toronto. Alright, this one is from Kansas City. Hang on. This one is also from Kansas City. This one is also from Kansas City. Because during that time, I actually went over to visit the community there. You guys can see this one, the date. 21st of July 2018, and then on the same day, 21st of July 2018, 2 Hundo Registeels on the same day. It was so insane. I was with my friend Andreas, and we were like, oh my god, what's going on, man? And then I caught 1 Hundo the day before when I was with him, just with him in the car, and yep, it was just pretty insane. 3 Hundos from Kansas City. Yay! Anyway, for Latias wise, I got myself 3 Hundos. This one is the one that's already powered up to level 50. As for the number of raids, it's 1,514. As for Latios, it's 1,142. Alright, so we have to keep scrolling down, guys. Okay, all the way here. Alright, so for Latias, I have 3. Pretty unlucky with that, in my opinion, because I did so many raids and I got 3 Hundos. I think I had 1 runaway, if my memory serves me right. Okay, as for Latios wise, I have a total of 6, including 1 Shundo. Pretty happy to get this. I'm not gonna power anymore because Latios is not exactly the best dragon type anyways. I'd rather use Rayquaza or even Shadow Salamence. Alright, as for Kyogre, haha, this is the one. My love-hate relationship with Kyogre. I love Kyogre. I do think that it's my favorite legendary Pokemon among all. However, I also hate it a lot. Why? During the time when Kyogre first was introduced to the game back in 2018, okay, I had to do a total of 808 raids. 808, I still remember the number 808 to get my first Hundo Kyogre. Was this the first one? I'm not 100% sure, but One of it was the one. Alright, we have to just scroll through to see the date. 10 of Feb, 7 of Feb. This was the first one. Alright, so 808 rates to get myself the Hundo, and the craziest thing was my friends, some of them who were in the car, they were like, I got myself my third Hundo. By the time they got themselves the fourth Hundo, I was still left with 0. They were silently catching behind my car. They didn't even want to say anything to me at all, and they just finished catching and they said, Brandon, I got myself another Hundo. I'm like, okay, let's continue reading. So I did 2,546 raids for Kyogre, including primals. But clearly it really hates me, but it also loves me, I guess, because I got a total of 8 Hundo Kyogres, including one that I did power up to level 50 and transfer away for the sake of a video. So I actually was supposed to have 9. Enough Candy XL to power up a few more, but not gonna do that now. Alright. As for Groudon, I have a total of 5 Hundos, 1,567 raids done. Alright, happy just to have one, so I don't really bother about the rest because I'm using Shadow Ground type Pokemon anyways. Alright, XL Candy more than enough to power up another 3 more. Of course, I'm saving up for the Shadows. Now, this is the one with the most number of Hundo that I've gotten. Alright, and that is Rayquaza. 15. Alright, do I want to get more? Not anymore. Do I still need more? Not anymore. I've already powered up 6 up to level 50. Enough Candy XL to power up 1 Shadow up to level 50, which I'm waiting for that to happen. Did 2,712 raids because Rayquaza is double weak to ice. Very easy to take down, and there are quite a number of events for that already. Way more opportunity to raid that than even Kyogre and Groudon, and those two Pokemon were tough to take down, are tough to take down still, as compared to Rayquaza or even Mega Rayquaza. Alright, as for Mythical Pokemon, I only have one Hundo Deoxys, the defense form Deoxys. That's quite sad to see. I did a lot of raids. Unfortunately, I'm unable to do it. Deoxys is untradeable, so that's the count, the actual count, 749. You guys saw that. Did not get myself the Hundo for the other forms, so quite unfortunate, but all good. Alright, as for the Lake Trios, I only have 2 Uxie's, 1 Mesprit. Hopefully when Azelf come, I can get myself the Hundo. Dialga ones, I have 4. Palkia, I have 1, which I'm happy to get. I only need 1 and 1 and only 1, which is great. Heatran, I have a lot. I have a total of 4. Alright, happy to get it, but also not really happy to get it. I did a lot of Heatran raids though, because Heatran is pretty easy to take down, because it's double weak to ground, 1,883. Yeah, I still need to scroll. I think I'm not going to show you guys the Pokédex anymore because I have to keep scrolling. Wait, one more time though. I'll show you guys the Regigigas, 841, 3 Hundos over there. Alright, I'll show you guys one more time the Giratina. The Giratina one, because it is combined both the Alter form and the Origin form. Alright, I'm at 2,324. And you guys can see I have a total of how many altered forms. Altered forms are the one with the legs, letter A, the one with the legs. I have 2, and I took quite a while to actually get that. 10 Hundo Origin form Giratina, one of them being a Shundo to power up to level 50. This is power up to level 40. Never power up any more else once up to level 40, other than 2 98%, which I did. I powered up a few 98%, including Kyogre to level 42, 98%. Cresselia, we have 4. Darkrai, we have a total of 8. Yeah, too many also. Alright, too many, too much Candy XL2, because I remoted for a lot during the pandemic. It was just insane. Cobalion, I have 2, and one of them is a Shundo, power up to level 50 already. Tornadorus, we have 3, 2 Incarnate, 1 Tyran form. Thundurus, that's the one that I raided a lot also. I'll show you guys the count. Okay, 824. I really did raid a lot for that during the pandemic, I would say so though. Alright, I got myself a total of 7. That includes both the Incarnate and Tyran form. Reshiram, I have 3. I did a video on that where I did 100 or nothing, and I got 1 on the video. Very happy to do that. Zekrom, I have 5. I think I did about close to 1,000 or 1,000 raids for that also. Landorus, I have a total of 6 Tyran forms, power up to level 50. Happy to get that, but they are pretty much not so useful anymore. Kyurem, this is the one that I also did a crazy number of. I have a total of 9 Hundo Kyurems. Not too sure if they're going to be useful, but the thing is, I've decided to grind that XL Candy out. That's why I raided for so many. As for Auntie Gladys, she has a total of 13 or 14 Hundo Kyurems, so it's pretty insane because she raided with me all the time. As for Genesect, I have a total of 11, but with different forms. Alright, one of them being a Shundo 2. Alright, happy to get this. Awesome. As for Xerneas, I have a total of 7. Alright, the video is very long, right? So I'm trying to speed things up. Alright, and no berry, that's the one that I caught without bearing. I didn't even know that was a Hundo. I just randomly caught. I was like, oh, what? I caught it. And I used no berries to catch this. It was pretty insane. Alright, Yveltal, I have 3. Tapu Fini, I have 1. The other Tapus I do not have. I tried so hard to get them. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. 1 Zacian, 1 Zamazenta, and 1 Regidrago. There are a lot that I'm still missing, but I'm gonna try. Anyway, that's all my 192 Hundo, Legendary, and Mythical Pokemon. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed looking at them. I know a lot of people actually ask me how many Hundos do I have, how many of these Legendaries do I have. Happy to show them. Of course, whenever I meet you guys in person, if you guys want to see it, I always pass my iPad to whoever would like to see it, to just go through whatever you like to see. If you want to purify my Pokemon, I also have no choice. I'll just see it being purified in front of me. But yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be saying stuff when you purify my Pokemon. Yeah, that's what I normally do. Anyway, that's all from me, man. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely remember to leave a like on the video. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Let me know how many Legendaries, Hundos, and Mythical Hundos do you guys get. And yep, that'll be great. Alright, so goodbye.